Rich Tarani with TMC. Thanks for watching. We're in Boston this week. We're speaking with a number of companies in the area, and we're really excited to have Ed Burek with Pegasystems on our show. Ed, how are you?
I'm very good. How are you? Nice to be here.
Really fantastic to have you. I mean, I've known your company for literally decades, so I'm just hoping you'll give us an overview now, because your company's evolved a lot over the last 10, 20 years. Give us the elevator pitch of your company and what you guys do now.
Sure. The greatest thing about the elevator pitch is we're really about customer engagement. Because of the way we've grown up, we're able to take that engagement with the customer, acquiring them, servicing them, dealing directly with them in terms of a direct sales process, and deliver that back-end process from front to back, so we have the complete customer experience and able to really look at that customer in a single view across the whole piece, which is really what everyone's trying to do with the customer truly owning more of the front end now, more and more.
So let's flip it around now. If you had to say, what pain do you take away for your customers, how would you answer that?
Well, our direct customers, I think there's a couple of ways that you can say that we do that. First of all, we have a very model-driven approach to the way that we work, which really reduces the amount of coding. And in many ways, you can put the business in charge of a number of things that you do. But we're really able, because we're on a single unified platform that does that, to connect those things. That's why it's so easy for us to deal with that customer engagement on the front end. Again, we have marketing, Salesforce automation, and really award-winning customer service in the front end. And then we've got all that ability to do case management, delivery in the back end, all in a single platform. That's why it's so easy to begin to look at the customer and those interactions in a single view.
Now, at what point should a potential customer reach out to learn about your company, right, when they are starting out?
I think when they're starting out, when they're looking at trying to even get a single view of the customer, where maybe you do have disparate systems, we have no problem with connecting into existing systems, whether they be marketing, other customer service, social, and starting to bring that together. So maybe you might start with, I have a customer service issue, and I may want to look at how to have some sort of improvement in terms of that customer journey. You may start with customer service, where we are a leader, and then you may begin to look at, maybe I want to move more into the Salesforce automation, or even look at some of the delivery in the back end. We've had a number of different customers that have started in different areas. It's really about that entire journey and what makes the most sense for you to start. Your pain might be in customer service, which for many organizations drives retention, right? 30% of your customer service issues drive retention issues. So marketers start to look at that and begin to think how to do that. We also have the ability to do predictive analytics, and our Pega Marketing or Next Best Action has that as part of it, where you can start to do predictive pieces around the customer, the way you engage with the customer in terms of upsell, cross-sell, nurture, and retention to really, and acquisition to really drive that across the different channels as well.
Now, in terms of, other than this kind of holistic view that you just gave me, if I'm a prospect and I'm looking at Pega versus a competitive solution, how do I make the decision to go in your direction?
Well, I think the first thing that you have to look at is, one of the key things that we look at is how do you integrate to what you already have, reuse what you already have. We can in many ways leverage some of that great investment you made to then solve problems. What's funny is we really grew up initially out of maybe helping with the ERP systems, where you had little shortcomings and they would help connect that, and that is phenomenal. But if you think about the way the customer systems have grown up, it's the same way, right?
Right.
I might have I might have a campaign management from one company. I might have something I'm doing with digital on something else. We can bring that together. So the way to think about it is, what problem are you trying to solve in that customer journey? What are you really trying to go after? What's your main point? And a lot of times we can help you resolve that either by leveraging what you have and creating a kind of holistic view of that customer between systems, or it could be something as, we see RFPs, RFIs around how we're doing marketing, acquisition of the customer. So we really, because we run that gamut, can really attack in a number of different ways. And I think you're going to see that more and more from us as we go forward. It's really an exciting time for how we're attacking these things.
So in terms of company size or industries that potential customers are in, are there any areas that we should know about? In other words, your sweet spots?
Sure. We're in the Global 100. We have 6 of the top 10 insurance companies we deal with in the globe. We have 8 of the top global banks. We have some interesting things we do in terms of industry solutions. So a lot of our pieces, like some of our customer service, will do things in financial services, banking, insurance, comms. We operate in a lot of areas where we have even some specific solutions that are already and applications that are already built and ready to use for organizations to get them going. I'd love to tell you 100% are completely out of the box, but then they'd sound like a salesperson. But they're prepped and ready for for those industries to really take those applications and get running very quickly.
So for the viewer watching this, basically they should be trolling your website looking for solutions or reach out to your company. Probably.
Yeah, either way. And we have deep industry knowledge. So when you're dealing with someone they'll not only know customer service, but they'll know it from an insurance, let's say, claims perspective, and they'll be able to help you with that and really have that overall. But we also like to bring in some best practices from other industries. Sometimes those really help your solution because you're thinking in more of a retail now in many ways.
So if I'm watching this video and I'm thinking, wow, that's really interesting and this can help my company, but I may be too small, how does a company know if they're too small, or is that possible?
I think it really depends on your solution, what you're looking for. We have the ability in many cases to also put up a cloud model to be able to help you. And if you don't want to necessarily take a complete on-premise solution, I think we're seeing certain organizations like banking will definitely still customer data and security worries will be on-premise, but many of our solutions are ready to go in the cloud and be able to use there. So it's that Global 1000 where we predominantly hit.
Great. Is there anything else we should know?
I just think you're going to see a lot of exciting things coming out of us in terms of that customer engagement and what we're doing. We brought great pieces in like co-browsing for the customer service. We've got social sentiment built right into many of our applications. I just think you're going to see us more and more look at that complete customer experience and that customer journey to drive that for Pega.
Very good. Thanks for being here. This was awesome.
Thank you. Appreciate it.